All right. So we are back with game 2 of week 5. This is going to be General versus Panda. And this is same as like with Danny. This is Panda's first time playing in an actual tournament. And General is still getting used to domination. He is a heavy land battle player, as I will say every time he is up. Kairos was a little bit crippled for this tournament because we didn't let him bring Pendulum because Pendulum is still broken. So freezing people in place and then Pendulum, you're not allowed to do that. Kairos might, I don't know the results of this battle, honestly, going into it. Kairos might have a difficult time because Kislev has a lot of hybrid range. And if Ice Guard come out, that's a magic hybrid range. But it does look like General's leaving a lot of his forces back here. He's really just focusing on microing Kairos. While his other forces, like he's sending one force this way, he's sending some of these guys here. Completely forgetting about these 3 units back here. Completely forgetting about this pink core unit that should either be with these blue horrors or going up with this attack force. Where Panda here is, he has 3 units of Cassars with spears. And they all have bows, so I think they can all shoot up here. So we have blue horrors, Forsaken, and more blue horrors. And they are just trying to take down these barriers. It might not be good that they're all sitting this close, because if you get a little bit of scatter, if these decide to turn and fire down the hill, they could hit multiple units. But it does look like General has just decided to ignore. I'm guessing he is just microing this. These blue horrors went in and are just going to get the business here between Zargard, the Frost Maiden, who looks like she might be being focused down. Yep, by Kairos. And Consultant. But Consultant and the Zargard should just be able to kind of wrap up these blue horrors. The other Zargard actually probably should be up about here. It does look like Panda's just getting a nice pick of this blue horror unit. It's down to about half health. Leadership is just dunking, and there it goes. It's going to probably just start falling apart with the amount of range fire coming into it. Forsaken will start coming in this way. They do change targets to this other unit of Cassars Spears. Okay, so he kind of just bounced back and forth, but that's one unit of blue horrors gone. The other unit of blue horrors will get finally into range. The Frostbane, he did bring the Tempest spell that does not do friendly damage, and using it on this pink core. So the pink cores do get into place. He did end up realizing he had forgotten these units, wraps it around, captures point 3. And this unit is just barely on point 1, so he's going to capture it slowly. Is he going to finish capturing it before he walks off, though? Let's see here. Ooh, this is kind of a kill box. Well, it would be if there was more pink horrors or blue horrors down here. What are they targeting? So they are targeting the Zargard, but they're going to be charged by Consultant and that Frostbane. And he did manage to capture point 1 before that pink horror unit, or the blue horror unit evaporated. But these units need to be moving now. It does look like he has summoned in lots more. He had been saving up. He still has about 1,300 in value here that he can bring in, and that is a lot of Tzeentch. I don't know how many pink horrors and blue horrors he has left around, but that's like 3 blue horrors or a pink horror and a blue horror, which would do great for being right about here or shooting into this mix. I know he has some Chaos Knights. That kind of value, you could bring in some Chaos Knights and just break a flank. would say the Khazars, but they're all Khazars with spears. There's only one unit here. Unfortunately, Kislev's kind of army ability is the fact that they don't break immediately. This is the kill box kind of thing I was talking about. These need to be charging in. These Forsaken need to be charging in. They're coming in very piecemeal. Pink Horse, Blue Horse just shooting down the tube here, though. Zargard are going to get evaporated while they sit on these, just maybe barely feeding. Yeah, the slowest barely feeding on a unit of Blue Horse. Oh, and never mind. All of their choice of target has switched over here. General might capture this point, but he has lost point 1. These Khazars with spears just came up, turned around, fired into the back of the Forsaken. They did lose another unit of Khazars with spears down here, but Khazars with spears, I think they're like 300 or 400 points. You can sacrifice one, especially for a unit of Forsaken. And this is what I was concerned of for Kairos' well-being. The range of the Ice Guard. Magical ranged attacks causing frostbite. He's not going to be able to get out of there fast. He's just going to get evaporated. These are, both the glaive and the sword versions are just perfect for taking out Blue Horse, Pink Horse, Kairos. They are demon hunters with those magical attacks. And as you can tell, Kairos is the only thing that these ladies have set their sights on. So Kairos will fall fast. Here's those knights I was talking about. They're going to come in and hit the back of the Zargard. So Panda is at 1500. That early 2-pick is barely keeping General ahead, but he will fall behind now that he's only 100 ahead, and he's 1 point down. Kairos is... I would have swore he was going to die there. I am amazed he is still alive. That is a chaos miracle. And now his barrier comes back. So barrier can come back to... Does he have something that heals him? Why does his barrier keep going up higher and higher? He must have something that heals him, then. I just don't know it, because I don't know much of Tzeentch. Let's see, fire's changed. Oh, life leech. There we go. Casts, or triggers when casting. No. I don't know. He must have something that heals him, because he was on his deathbed. I don't know if I'd be charging him back in just yet, since, you know, his barrier isn't back. These Forsaken are going to be actually fare okay. Until, you know, they get the army ability cast against them. But it's worth it to shut down these Ice Guard. They almost ended Kairos last time. He has looked into the past, saw that was a bad idea, and planned for this. Chaos Knights still just bouncing around. I'm guessing these aren't resummoned. No, they can't be resummoned. Yeah, their health is pretty low at this point. Their barriers are back at full force. Oh, this must be... I am all over the place. I'm guessing the bear riders are what took care of the knights for the most part. It does look like General has this kind of under control down here. But of a lot of his units are kind of tattered. Little Grom is being brought in. More Khazars with spears. The other little Grom, Furies, flying overhead. Khazars with spears are about to be picked off by these pink cores. And Kairos is gonna... This is not a good matchup for Kairos. Between being shot by his own guys and then charging into spears. It's just... There's no point to that. Like, these Cossars with spears aren't going to do much. You proc their leadership thing. Like, you can't easily get a Kislev unit to terror out by just terror bombing them. You have to do it twice, which is annoying. And now they break. All of Kislev's flank has also broken, so point 1 is completely open and exposed to General at this point. Point 2 and 3 are under his control, but point 3 is, I would not say, is really well protected. You do have this tiny death ball here, which is just rolling through stuff. But, you know, guess what? It's good at taking on death balls. Groms, or any artillery piece. And then we have war bears up here. And all of this is about to break leadership-wise. And all very, very low. So I get the feeling between the artillery and war bears, all of this might just evaporate. And there they go. Kairos is back to full barriers, which at this point is still 500. And then we have some Forsaken on the Cossars that tried to just sneak back over to point 1, but you know what? They're gonna die. But these Forsaken aren't capturing point 1 now. 2,000 in resources. That's floating a lot after bringing in all of this. So I think generals, much like a lot of people here during this tournament, is just forgetting to summon quick enough. Because still sitting on 2,300 points. But he's sitting on 2 points. He only has 900 tickets to go versus 1,401 point captured. I am amazed. Kairos is still just going in the back. He definitely has healing if he hit his healing cap, and I just don't know what it is. Oh, he has regrowth. That'll do it. Durr. I did not know he even had access to that, but that shows what I know because I have not paid attention at all. I learned something new today. So that is what's been keeping him alive. But he is at his healing cap now. Kislev needs something quick just to jump over here. But it looks like it's going to be too late. Surprise General is not just wrapping up here, but he is instead doing, he's going into a defensive shell here. So he's just holding up Werebear Riders, that kind of stuff, which I do think, Panda needs to not be engaging this. The Werebear Riders, if they ran over here, they could have done what Super Cavi did to my triple cap and just snatched it away at the last moment. I think it's too late at this point, but a while earlier, I think it would have been fine. Instead, they ran down here. They tried to break some pink cores, and instead, all of this firepower. These flamers, if you let them just shoot at you, they will break your units so fast. So General wins versus our other tournament noob, Panda. We'll go over this really fast since I do know Kairos stayed around. I think that pretty much paid for himself. I know just the fact that he was around the entire time. Sultan definitely did not. They were doing good work at the beginning, but just not quite as tanky as he's been in some of the other battles. These would be the real MVPs of the Kislev army, just constantly being brought back over and over and doing decent work. Neither of the Warbears really held their own weight, but the Groms definitely did. Definitely paid for itself. I wonder if this one got brought in a second time. And then on Tzeentch's side, all of this is too hard to tell because they all get brought in so often. I know we have... Didn't pay for themselves. They probably got caught on a Warbear unit. Once again, I have no idea how many times they get brought in. All of these are just summoned so often. The Furies didn't really pay for themselves, but that doesn't matter. I know we saw some Flamers. Did they? I thought they did damage. Yes, they didn't do damage. Yeah, the Werebears ran away without even being hit by the Flamers. So, another thing learned. Alrighty. Well, we will see you at the next casting.